I can be less distracting when I check the chat, maybe. No, that's not gonna work. Never mind.
Well, I think we're live.
Think so. Hello, people. I'm here today.
Surprise!
Okay. How's hearing? Can people hear things? We've lost our audio-visual person, so I guess so.
Who did we lose? Oh, I'm welcome to my own chat. I have 20 followers. Who are these people?
Hey, that's good. I'm hearable.
Kevin.
Hey, Kevin, say something.
Something.
Oh, Stephanie, turn yourself up.
Yeah, turn me up. Oh, I did mess with that. Touch.
But for the record, I am hearable. Is that?
Our technician Tony wants me up even further. Oh.
Kevin is hearable. That's good.
Good.
Okay. All right. Yes. I also have my mic a little further away than I did previously, so that might be a dumb plan.
My mic is up close and personal. We are right here.
Crisp. All right, we sounding good.
Okay, how's everybody doing? How's the chat? How are you?
Blah.
Same. Hey, Molly. Hey, same.
I do believe I told a coworker today, she's like, "You're the best," and I was like, "No, I'm the sleepiest." But you're welcome.
It can be the same. Always. He's only got the 3 brain cells. It's true.
Oh, man.
Chess, logic, Phoenix Wright.
Oh, somebody's watching live for the first time. Hello.
Oh, hello.
I don't know people's handles. I'm sorry.
Just calls them as of seasons, really, is what happens. And then one of you comes out of the woodwork and says, "I'm actually Jams." It can be a different one every time. All right.
I asked our friend Ashley today, or she messaged me shortly after Michelle did about the new Inuyasha series that's coming out. And she said, "Hey, did you hear?" And I was like, "I was just informed." And my first question to her was, "Who does Shishomaru bang?"
Well, who does Shishomaru bang?
Because you remember how you said, like, isn't it also Kagome's kids if it's Inuyasha? It might be one of those, like, Avatar things where it's in the future where Kagome is no longer alive.
Oh, and Inuyasha had a kid with an unknown woman.
Well, I think it would be Inuyasha's kid, but that kid is still part demon, so the kid would outlive Kagome, and so would Inuyasha.
Okay.
Is my theory. But that doesn't answer who Shishomaru bangs, and she said if anyone was to clone themselves and bang themselves, it would be him. So she didn't have a real answer, but...
No, that's not... And I haven't seen enough Inuyasha to comment, honestly. Because every time I see it, it's just some shit of him pining over Kikyo, who's old and dead.
You've described all 7 seasons of Inuyasha.
Yeah, but what a plot twist if it's Kikyo's kid and not Kagome's kid.
That is literally what Aaron said to me earlier today, and I'm like, no, she's dead. She's dead. She's dead. They made her dead. She's gotta be dead.
But what if they had a kid before?
She became stars and shit. And she's like...
Before the tree.
But before the tree? Oh, I see.
they like hate banged before the tree, and then she had a secret kid that he never found out about because she became stars or some shit.
I mean, could they and then yeah, like I don't want this Inuyasha Boruto situation. I'm not excited for it.
Oh, hi, RD. We're talking about Inuyasha.
I'm vamping.
We are vamping about Inuyasha.
I'm also talking about things that are passionate to me. Phoenix Wright, Inuyasha.
Miles Edgeworth's 3 blood cells. So Shomaru, and Kagome.
Yeah, nailed it in one. Oh, but they don't know if it's gonna be an anime or manga or anything or like what yet. So it's very new. And I looked at the art and I'm like, the mangaka Rumiko has literally taken no art classes since she started Inuyasha or since she started Ranma and a Half.
It looks the same.
It looks exactly the same. Did she not hear about any sort of art style change in the manga community? No, good for her.
I guess that's what people like want though, right? Like,
yeah, if she were to update her art.
When Slayers like went from old Slayers to new Slayers, 10-year gap in Slayers. Slayers did look updated and crisp, and that 2000 like the 20 Does anime is beautiful, but it did look 20 Does anime is beautiful and still had 90s bang. And that's what I wanted. It's like, you gotta have that 90s anime bangs, otherwise it's not Slayers.
When they came out with the final act, I feel like they did a good job from like season 1 to the last season of Inuyasha, but like the manga literally exact. Whereas in like Ouran High School Host Club, like you watch that mangaka get better and then go way too far into the eyes took up the entirety of Haruhi's face, and they were just Sojo sparkles all over.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
That's true. Yeah.
All right.
We'll see, and by which I mean I'm not watching Inuyasha Boruto, so you'll see and tell me about it.
Yeah, I mean, stay tuned. I'll learn what it is, and I will indulge because I can't change who I am. Anyway, I feel like enough vamping. You want to get into it?
Let's play the game. Let's play the Ding Dong Dang game.
Alright, welcome guys to Object to This, plays Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigations, Prosecutor's Path.
Yay!
I'm your pilot this evening, Stephanie.
I'm here reading. I'm Michelle. I'm Gumshoe.
And I've been stowed away as carry-on luggage. I'm Kevin. Hello.
Thanks for
I guess I
coming
could
back.
be a prison pet. I changed it. Hey, I'm a prison pet. I'm a prison dog, and that's going to be relevant to this case.
Can you be a Persian Hatchimal? Someone's got a...
What the fuck is a Persian Hatchimal?
I said a prison Hatchimal, but a Hatchimal is a dumb children's toy that you hug until it hatches, and then you have a terrible Furby that comes out of it, and then kids don't want it anymore.
I don't like it anymore. Why did you call it a Furby?
It looks like a Furby kind of animal. It's very strange.
No, press the continue.
Anyway, that's what kids are up to these days with Stephanie. Alright, Imprisoned Turnabout. From Save Point.
Oh, OG's here. Yay, hi OG.
Hi, OG.
Okay, so things that happened last time. A guy got murdered in the pet cemetery of the prison. We got kicked off the case by the lady judge, who actually is with the people who tell the prosecutors not to fuck up their jobs company. They're new. We joined our dad's old law firm and also eat free, live free in prison.
The most important lesson of last stream.
It is the most important.
The dead guy is the guy from the first case.
The dead guy's the guy from the first case who had a house here, and his best friend, who is inexplicable, is our client.
His best friend, which is a weird college version of a guy version of Dahlia, visually.
Like not personality-wise.
Yeah.
We get to play the game that It's Been a Week, What's Ray Sound Like? All right, let's get moving, shall we? Time to go to jail. Probably that, right?
That's what he sounded like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like your regular voice.
I can't remember. Potbelly Horse.
I mean, I've been changing Edgeworth's voice every week, and no one's called me out, so...
Nobody's noticed yet.
March 28th, 11:50 p.m. Prison hallway.
Now then, where's the person who first discovered the body?
For now, all we can do is ask around.
Hold it right there. Who is it?
Oh my god.
Who is this?
Who is this? Excuse me, but
Oh, you're simply irresistible. Huh? Do you mean me? Very nice indeed. What an elegant mustache. I didn't even realize he had a mustache.
Yeah, me neither.
that's how elegant it was.
It's a pleasure to meet you, mademoiselle. Defense Attorney Ray Shields, at your service. How about we exchange greetings with a hug? Hey Ray, I hate that. I hate that so much. Oh, but of course. Oh, she's gonna hug?
Yeah, but like that coat.
Oh, the turntables.
Oh ho.
Oh, he kissed her? Who
She's-
kissed who?
She smooched him.
Uncle Ray's lips. Proper greetings should begin with a hug and a kiss. Ray was too much and she's much too much.
It's almost like it was stolen from him.
Yes, a remarkable feat of quickness that would put a great thief to shame.
I feel that close contact is very important.
Look at her mink though. It's got its little arms.
It's very cute.
Oh.
This goes for my family, here in my home as well. Quite a splendid way of thinking there. I am the warden, Patricia Rowland.
Oh, RD, find that cute fox fan art and show it to me. Oh, well, I hope it has a name. It's so cute.
Just call me Patty.
The warden? So she's in charge of the prison and detention center. Nice to meet you. I'm Miles Edgeworth.
Oh
I'm
no,
a
hey
prosecutor.
Miles.
I'm Mr. Shields' assistant.
This is...
Pardon me for asking, but were you here in the prison yesterday?
She is fully gonna kiss him. But of course, yesterday was a day that I wouldn't have missed for the world.
Wouldn't have missed for the world. Did you have some kind of important meeting?
Oh heavens, no. I despise meeting. It was the animal show, of course. A wonderful spectacle featuring animals dancing and flying through the air. I always see it along with everyone else in our home. Oh, she's talking. I thought it was right. This is going to be a problem for me. Sorry. We're one big happy family. We built a special stage in the courtyard just for this performance.
A performance for the prisoner's enjoyment.
Where'd they get a fucking elephant?
Yesterday, Albert. Yeah, exactly. Yesterday, Albert mentioned some kind of recreation. I suppose the animal show was what he was referring to. When did the show take place?
It started at 8 a.m. and ended around 10 a.m.
That's exactly when the body was discovered. So whoever saw the show would probably have an alibi.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be going. I have business to attend to, but not a meeting. I hate meetings. Take your time. Take your time and have a look around our home. You live here?
Oh, Patty Rowland is patrol. Patty Rowland, patrol.
But I do think
Patrol.
Molly's onto something with Paddy Wagon. I think it's kind of a maybe multi-meaning one. Layers.
Alright, so where should we start, Mr. Edgeworth?
There was a prisoner who heard the scream from the person who first discovered the body. Let's start by talking with him.
What a novel idea. Alright, we'll get there.
Did
One step at a time.
Excuse me, I have important discussion.
pet that potbelly pig?
It's a pot-bellied pig. Let's hope it doesn't become dinner.
How nice! It's like a zoo.
A dinner zoo. Although it's the humans who are treated like animals in here.
Do you think they'd find out if I took one home with me?
Subtext, text. Just no subtext.
I think that if you did that, you'd be the one behind bars.
Alright, I guess I'll talk to this guy.
Live free, work free. Or whatever.
Eat free. Live free, eat free. 'Cause
Sorry.
you're eating pigs. This is
Where is the person who first discovered the body right now?
Around this time, I think he should be in the workroom in the back. I don't remember this guy's voice, but oh well. Oh, look at it,
Workroom. I should go to the workroom.
Alright, if you insist.
Just shimmy your way there.
Excuse me, I have to speak to this cat. It's very important that I speak with him.
Hey, you there. I'd like to ask you some questions.
Ooh, I should
Your cat.
also try to... Oh! I did it, guys. Let's go back.
Talk to Polly after this.
Oh, so cute. Meow. It really is, meow.
Hey, you.
Meow?
Finally noticed me. By the way,
What's this cat's name, meow? His name is Normal, meow.
that's enough. Carry on with your duties. What we have here is a failure to communicate.
Alright, I gotta go talk to Polly by
Go talk
popular
to Polly
demand.
the parrot.
Come on, Edgeworth, you can do it. I don't think I can.
Oh.
No, Polly's just for show.
Just to be tantalizing, I guess.
Edgeworth, I'm pretty sure you can run. There we go. Oh,
There it is.
a light jog.
This case isn't that important.
Hello, is this occupied?
Room. Hey, guard, do you have a minute?
Sir, what is it?
Is anyone using that workroom right now?
Presently, there is one prisoner working inside. I'm positive he's been there since the noon roll call.
We would like to ask the prisoner a few questions, if that is acceptable.
Yes, sir. I will bring him out, so please wait a moment. I've never seen defense attorneys get so much respect.
I think it's because everybody knows Ray, maybe?
Maybe.
I'll leave this to you, Miles.
What do you mean?
Because I don't know what kind of scary guy will come out of that room.
Mr. Shields, you're a scaredy cat? Even though you're an adult?
Same to you, Kay.
Rude.
I have no idea what that meant.
Here he comes.
Oh my god. Frank saw it.
Of all the polls they could have
Oh.
made,
Oh my god.
the things the fans were clamoring for.
Frank, yeah, we all wanted Frank saw it back. He got his hair back, I've noticed.
Apparently. RD, yeah, just eat this up.
What does Frank saw it sound like?
Oh, good day to you, sirs. Are you
That's
the
it,
ones
yeah.
who's requested my presence?
He doesn't seem like a dangerous criminal. You idiot. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecutor.
A prosecutor? Is that right?
Hey Ray, I thought you weren't gonna. I'm Ray Shields, a defense attorney.
Mr. Shields. His demeanor completely changed once he saw who we were dealing with.
Sorry about that. My assistant says strange things sometimes. He's not a prosecutor, just my assistant. Hey, get your act together, Miles.
I guess I messed up. I forgot about my new job.
No
Thank you.
wonder I thought you were different from the prosecutor who visited me yesterday.
It looks like he's already spoken to the best. Now he's gonna get the worst. May we ask you a few questions?
Oh, yes, of course you may. My name is Frank Sawit.
Okay, go for it, Miles.
I guess I'll be asking the questions after all. Sigh. Mr. Sod, you are aware of the murder that occurred here yesterday, correct? Where were you when the body was discovered?
I was in this room where I have been working.
What kind of work?
Well, my goal is to become a pet groomer. An animal beautician, so to speak. Oh yes, I was inside cultivating my skills.
In any other prison, such training would be unheard of.
That was all honestly. I did not see a thing.
Why did he say that? I haven't even asked him anything yet.
Why'd he get all sweaty?
I think he's just a sweaty man.
I do think that. Which is why it's sad to say I won't be any help to you.
Mr. Sod, I haven't asked you anything yet.
Oh, no, wait. That's... Even if you were to ask, I would not.
You know something, don't you?
That's... Mm,
It seems he is indeed hiding something. Let's try to press it out of him. Oh.
Chess time.
First, let me assess the layout of the board. My opponent's condition is...
Sweaty. Oh no, he's fine. He's okay again.
I'm afraid I didn't see a thing, so I wouldn't be any help to you.
This man's expressions do not change much. It's a true poker face. It may be difficult to read his emotions from his body language. Perhaps I should focus on how he phrases his words. It may reveal what's on his mind.
Okay.
Now for the opening move. I'll start by asking him who this man is. Even if he hides his emotions, if I push the right buttons, I'm sure I'll cause a change.
Logic chess, begin!
Are you involved with this case?
Are you referring to the murder that occurred inside the prison? I had nothing to do with it at all.
Is that true?
I would never dream of being involved in a murder plot. How should I put it? I'm an upright model citizen after all.
And I've done no research into Phoenix's cases.
If you have no more use for me, may I leave now?
Yeah, I was too passive.
I mean, you're gonna get him with, if you're an upstanding citizen, why are you in prison? But that's like low-hanging fruit.
Well, that's why I thought it'd be too forceful. Alright, well.
That's fair. We're learning.
Nothing to do with it. Never, ever. I'm so cool.
Common sense tells me
Whoa.
an upright model citizen would have never ended up behind bars.
Well, that is...
Tell me what you know about the incident.
I already told you I don't know a damn thing. Or I really don't know anything.
Haven't you realized it yet? I have you cornered.
Whatever are you talking about? I really have no time to waste.
Yeah, that was a wasted remark.
Ugh. Frank Salt, why are you so skeezy? Okay, are you involved in this case? I know you are. Okay, game, okay.
Emulator's okay, you can do it.
It was my shortcomings, emulator, I'm sorry.
...
I apologize from the bottom of my heart for that outburst, but I will be of no assistance.
Pardon my rudeness. It's just that the murder occurred in this rather confined prison. It seems unnatural that you do not know anything about it.
Oh, unnatural? Is that so? If you're looking for the person who discovered the body, you should try someone else.
How did you know we were looking for the person who discovered the body? I don't recall saying a word about that.
The amount got him. Edgeworth doesn't let anyone else have any logic. Like if they make a logical conclusion, get out of here. I gotcha.
Are you sure you don't know anything?
No, it was merely a hunch I had. I am but a humble pet groomer in training. I honestly have no recollection of the murder.
I'm positive that this man is hiding something. For my next move, I'll ask him about his movements on the day of the murder.
Oh, I thought Miles was gonna do a magic trick.
Oh, good,
Also-
we got our time back.
Also, calling yourself a humble anything has a bad track record so far.
Yeah, true.
This man has suppressed his emotions. I will expose his true nature hidden beneath that suspicious smile.
This really feels like an Apollo Justice part where we're trying to find his tell, but like we don't have his superpower, so
It's a little hard.
Our superpower is flicking imaginary chess pieces at them.
Take this.
Ugh.
Let's talk about what happened on the day of the murder. If you truly had nothing to do with it, there shouldn't be a problem, correct?
Oh, well. On the day of the murder, there was a lot going on.
What was the state of the prison at the time?
Oh, I don't remember too well. I slipped into 7 different accents just now.
No, roll with it. Frank would do that.
I don't
Frank saw
remember
it.
too well. My memory is rather poor.
I don't have enough clues to proceed with this line of questioning. Maybe I should try another line of attack.
Okay.
Blah 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 blah.
Oh, well, crikey, all day of the murder.
Wait, I think wait and
Oh.
see.
You're probably right.
Tell me what you were doing on that day.
We gotta get info.
As I mentioned earlier, I was cultivating my skills as a groomer in training. I was trimming the coats of the animals at the time.
Oh.
Didn't the murder cause a panic? I imagine the entire prison must have been in an uproar.
Well, but there was no panic. I could even hear someone's voice.
Someone's voice? Judging from the circumstances, I suppose it was a scream that you heard. So you do have a recollection of the murder. You kept insisting that you knew absolutely nothing about the murder. But you do not give credence to your claims.
Yes, the murder that murdered Cusco. The Cusco.
Cusco's murder.
Cusco's murder.
We didn't have enough info to make that correct, but okay.
Okay. Well, I thought I heard someone's voice, but in any case, I don't remember it very well.
The scream at the time of the murder. It might be a clue. I better keep that in mind.
Got it memorized. Alright, so I can do the second line of questioning.
Give it a shot.
We're gonna get you.
I don't remember it too well. My memory's rather poor.
Let's try using that clue. You don't remember? Ridiculous. Didn't you say earlier that you heard a scream?
That wasn't. I could have very well been mistaken. At any rate, I honestly do not remember.
You still don't remember? Enough with your lies.
I ain't lying, you. I mean, I'm telling the truth. I think that's what we wait and see.
Da.
In any case, I was absorbed in grooming the animals.
By the way, how skilled would you say you are in animal grooming?
My technique with the scissors still needs some work, but I'm very confident in my handling of the animals. When the animals became frightened, I calmed them with my gentle hands. I don't want to hear that.
Frightened? Why would the animals have become frightened? I don't think that's a common occurrence.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Play the scream, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Perhaps the reason they were frightened is because of someone's scream? Why are you trying so hard to hide the fact there was a scream? Are you concealing some vital information from me?
Well, I'm doing nothing of the sort. It was true I heard some sort of scream, but I'm not trying to hide it.
He's starting to show. He's starting to show his true colors. I should be more aggressive with my next move. I'll ask him about the scream. Time to give him a taste.
A taste?
Of chess. I'm gonna take this next piece that's going right in his mouth.
It's time to rip it and grip it, fam.
There you go. He did it.
Very
Rip
nice.
and grip it.
All right.
The taste of a frosty Coke Zero.
Do you know who the scream belonged to?
Well, I was mistaken. When the incident occurred, it just happened to be in the courtyard. That's why I did not hear the scream.
I don't have enough clues to proceed with this line of questioning. I should go get clues.
Get the clue.
When did you hear the scream?
That's it. I just remembered. At the time of the murder, there was an event going on. It was the animal show.
I wasn't grooming them. They were in a show at the time.
I've gone there to see it.
So you're saying that since you were watching the show, you did not hear the scream? That's completely different from everything you've said up until now.
Sure is.
Shut up. So what if it is? I mean, my memory's just so hazy. Wait and see.
No.
The animal show was very enjoyable.
What kind of animals performed in the show?
Well, I believe I saw a whale.
Oh, he choked.
Did you write the whale?
You liar! You didn't see a whale!
I watched the Pirate Spectacular on TV
Got him.
last
Got him.
night.
Yeah.
Well, you see, that is, I'm a big fan of Sasha Swashbuckler. And I sort of didn't.
He didn't see the show. This could be a clue. We can get the whale to testify.
Which one, though? There's 2 whales.
Oh, shit. Let's try using the clue. Just how deep are you going to dig your pit of lies? It's obvious that you didn't see the animal show.
He's so snappy, this investigation.
He is.
That's the power of a defense attorney.
Ugh.
There's no way out of this. Tell me what really happened.
Stop lying about whales.
Confess everything you know about the scream.
I cannot answer what I cannot answer. I didn't hear the scream from the person who discovered the body.
I'll make you hear a scream, but I do. I'll make you hear a scream.
That's strange. Normally, if you hear a scream during a murder, it's usually from the victim. I know all about that. Why would you think the scream was from the person who discovered the body?
They said, help, I'm being stabbed. Oh, I
My mistake.
How? How did you know the scream was from the person who discovered the body?
Well, that's because... You got murdered. Ah!
Don't think you're the one who got murdered. Yeah.
Allow me to answer for you. That is because you're the one who discovered the body, and the scream that was heard when the murder occurred didn't come from the victim. It came from you when you discovered the body.
Got him.
Just who do you think you are?
Miles Edgeworth.
It's just as you say, but who gives you the right to do this?
Checkmate gives you the right.
Certainly not my badge.
Logic chest complete.
I mean, what gives me the right to what? Ask him a bunch of pointed questions.
Yeah.
It's now clear who discovered the body. You have no more reason to withhold your testimony, correct?
Very well, I will tell you. But I doubt my testimony is worth hearing.
Whether or not it's worth hearing is for me to decide. I will expose the truth with my own hands. That is my sole duty.
I think you're a little off there, Mr. Edgeworth.
What do you mean?
We're not trying to expose the truth. We're trying to save Simon.
Ooh.
Isn't our goal to help our clients? I mean, you're not a prosecutor right now. You're a defense attorney's assistant.
Well said there, Kay. She's right on the money, Miles. The official task of the Edgeworth Law Offices is to defend our clients. Your old man who founded the firm truly valued the bonds he had with his clients. So if you're not willing to do the same, maybe you aren't cut out for this job. I don't want to fire you on the spot either, so have a heart, okay?
My husband will hear about this.
The heart of a defense attorney.
The frigid cold heart of a defense attorney.
In any case, it's important that we hear the testimony of the person who discovered the body.
You're not late, you just missed Frank's Saw. It's all good.
Start talking, Mr. Sod. Tell me what happened when you found the body.
My voice for Frank Sod is completely different every word I utter, so I'm
You just need to
sorry.
be more weaselly.
More-
which
yeah.
brings me to, what's his pet? Is it a weasel?
He looks like the kind of guy who's into goats.
Got a weasel apron, but it would be funny if he had a goat.
Yeah, it's probably a weasel though. All right. I was at the workroom over there practicing my skills. By some chance, I got curious about the adjacent workroom and went up to the door. Is that better?
Everyone's your word. I think it's good.
I peeked through the small window on the door. Then I saw him lying there, a man not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself letting out a scream.
Did you scream? Did you scream, oh no, I'm being stabbed?
That's what he's about to confirm.
If I may confirm one thing. What did you scream? You were in the room, right next to the one where the dead body was found.
Within the prison, we call it Workroom B.
And you were in there the whole time on the day of the murder.
Yes. Oh, sorry, I went Valley. Yes. After a 7 a.m. roll call, I remained inside the whole time. In this prison, we have roll call 3 times a day. At 7 a.m., noon, and 9 p.m.
And they checked the workrooms during those times too.
Exactly.
I see. So during the 7 a.m. roll call, there was nothing amiss. And Knightley's body was not in the workroom yet.
Prison roll call notes jotted down by organizer.
The murder occurred after 7 a.m., huh?
That's right, when the animal show started.
After 7 a.m.
Correct. The other prisoners went to see the animal show.
Meaning anyone who did not see the show does not have an alibi. Do you understand what I'm saying, Mr. Sawin?
Yes, that's certainly true. However, I merely discovered the body.
His testimony has a clear contradiction. I should press him about that first. Hint, hint, hint.
Okay. I was in the workrooms practicing.
By practicing, do you mean, of course?
Yes, my grooming training. I am a model prisoner.
I somehow doubt that.
Some chance I got curious about the adjacent workroom. Okay.
You were curious about the adjacent room.
Precisely. I felt I need to look inside.
Why did you feel that way? Tell me how you
Even if
feel.
you ask me why, I just did it on a whim.
So you weren't concentrating on your training?
No, nothing of the sort. I am a model prisoner. It's just that other prisoners had left to see the animal show, which is why I was feeling somewhat lonely. Yeah, that's like being stuck in a classroom after school's been let out. Yes, that's right. Since I couldn't enter the other workroom, I peeked in through the window.
The small window, so you couldn't get a clear look.
Indeed, as you can see, there's a grill covering the window. It does not even offer a wide view at all.
This is very nitty gritty.
Normally, this is the nitty-grittiness of Ace Attorney. The guards use it to check inside the rooms, right? Precisely. You seem to be well versed on this matter. Well, I happen to know a thing or two about prisons, you know?
What does she mean by that? I have to find out the details later.
In any case, I peeked into the room for the window.
All right, so we do know that, like, how did he get out of workroom B to peek into the window of workroom A if he needs to run his wristband through?
Right? Maybe I have to, like, present the door sensor. It's probably that. Son of a gun, and he screamed.
He's pretending to be an innocent bystander, but parts of his testimony are odd. Considering his situation and the place he's in, the contradiction should be quite obvious. And I'll show him the evidence to prove it.
It's working, and I just looked at the window and I peeked. So is it... I was curious, so I went up to the door? Or is it I peeked through the small window?
I would say I was curious, so I went up to the door because there is a small window and it's covered by a grate. That's true. And then the problem becomes, like, you got curious in workroom B and then you went over to workroom A. That's where the...
Yeah, the problem is...
Oh yeah, the music stopped.
Mr. Sod, please stop telling such feeble lies. You don't seem to understand your position.
Only strong lies, no feeble.
My position? I used to be a newspaper salesman, then I took a pet crew training.
Oh, I fucking forgot he was a newspaper salesman.
Yeah.
What about that bracelet on your wrist? It proves that you are unmistakably a prisoner.
Just that. Nothing else about you.
And as long as you wear that bracelet, you should not be able to move around as you please. As soon as you went through the door, the sensor would have sounded the alarm.
that is...
Peeking into the adjacent room is impossible when you couldn't even leave the one you were in.
Ugh.
Ooh-wee, nice one, Miles. That was a real humdinger.
What year are you from?
But that doesn't mean Mr. Saw didn't see the body?
I'm not sure. Perhaps we should let the man himself explain it to us.
You see, that is, well, forgive me, it appears my previous explanation was lacking. I shall clearly explain how I was able to see the body.
Very well. Let us hear your revised testimony.
Oh, geez, right. He was a thief, and he pretended to be a newspaper salesman.
Oh, yeah. There is a rather well-known technique among the prisoners here. If the hand bracelet stays in the room, you can step out without sending the alarm. That's how I was able to peek into the adjacent room. The moment I realized the man inside was dead, I let out a scream. I said, I've been stabbed.
So that means...
See, now I got the mental image, right? We gotta do a lot of wingspan. Like, how big are people's wingspan now?
He kept his arm inside workroom B while he peeked into the adjacent room. I mean, it's easy to check, right? So...
I appreciate you if you didn't mention this to anyone, especially the guards, okay?
Are we cool?
Yes!
Was that what he was trying to hide earlier? I should try asking him for more details about a few other things as well.
Okay, alright, let's see.
All you gain by doing that is a small degree of freedom.
I thought maybe some of them were able to, like sometimes what no one ever does with, like, concert or hotel or pool wristbands is, like, you know, make sure you can shimmy out of it and get it back in, so that way everyone can eat breakfast at the cosplay hotel.
But to be fair, would you tell this guy that?
No.
Considering he's being so derisive of all you gain is a small degree of freedom while in prison, what would you want that for?
Naturally. But it's all what we have left to enjoy.
I'm shocked that you enjoy such a thing. Have you truly reflected on what you've done?
Edgeworth needs some more empathy. He doesn't have any.
But of course, I'm a model prisoner.
Your definition of model is highly suspicious. Regardless, was that the technique you used?
Yes, it is correct. I made sure no guards were around when I did it. That's how I was able to peek into the adjacent room.
Why would you do something so troublesome and potentially dangerous?
I heard a noise coming from the adjacent room. It seemed odd to me, as there should not have been anyone inside.
I was screaming, oh no, I've been stabbed.
So you peeked into the adjacent workroom as soon as you heard the noise?
Yes, of course. Yes! I'm so sorry.
Party girl Frank saw it.
I peeked in as soon as I could.
I see. Is there a problem with this statement?
I'm sorry, I was too busy acting.
Look at the organizer, because basically Frank said, I heard a strange noise and that made me want to peek into the room. So, do you have anything showing that there was no strange noise?
Chessboard.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't think we have anything like the walls were soundproof or anything.
Yeah.
So maybe it's fine for now.
No, there doesn't seem to be a problem with that statement. Please continue.
Certainly. I peeked inside the workroom. The moment I realized the man inside was dead, I let out a scream.
Do you remember what this man looked like in detail?
But of course, I am certain. He had blonde hair, and his throat was covered in blood.
You take me for a fool. That should be obvious.
I am merely telling you everything I saw as it is, just to be clear. Don't defense attorneys love nitpicking over every little detail?
I detect a tinge of spite there. Perhaps he had an unpleasant experience with a defense attorney.
Logic is his specialty. A man in prison had an unpleasant experience with a defense attorney.
So he was able to peek into the adjacent room by keeping one arm inside the workroom. But was that really what he was trying to hide? I should ask him for a further explanation.
I swear there was a problem with that statement.
Yeah, I'm sure there was, but we gotta figure out what it is.
That's the classic Phoenix Wright reverso.
Yeah. Okay. That's what it would be. So
You
this-
let the mechanics inform you that you've solved the mystery, and then figure out how.
Let's see, is there a problem? There is a problem.
So you looked into the adjacent room immediately after you heard the noise.
So maybe it's the timetable?
If that was true, then you should have seen
Oh.
more than just a dead body. You should have seen the person who had made the noise.
We didn't even have to figure it out. Thanks.
That is,
Thanks, Edgeworth.
well, he looks really shaken.
Mr. Sod, answer me. What did you really see? If you intend to remain silent, I will have no choice but to assume that you are complicit to the murder.
Oh, please forgive me. It's just that I couldn't even believe what I saw myself. It may have been just a dream. I hesitate to even recall it.
Tell me what happened.
Very well. I will be frank with you. I saw a dog.
I'll be frank, I saw it. Ah, ar, ar.
It was a nightmarish scene. A large black dog was biting into the neck of the victim.
That looked like a good dog. I don't
What
know
did you
what you're talking about.
He was giving him kisses, and he was like, I got you, buddy. It's gonna be okay.
I didn't see any teeth. I just saw a dog face.
What did you say?
It was a truly hellish scene. That dog killed him. Why would we be covering up a dog murder? Frank saw it.
He wants to be a dog groomer? Maybe?
Ugh, I think I'm gonna be sick.
That's some grade A trauma right there.
I was chilled to my very core and let out a shriek.
A man-eating dog inside this zoo of a prison.
He's dotted down in my organizer. That was everything I saw. Do you believe me now?
Yes, I do. I doubt one would be able to lie about something like that. Edgeworth. He is the one person who's ever not tried to pin a crime on an animal. Would you add that to your testimony?
Certainly.
Oh, we're still gonna go over that. We're not done yet, Frank's son. There was a dog.
A black dog was biting the victim's neck.
Yes. Blood came pouring out as a result. The dog's mouth became stained with it.
Ah, stop. You don't need to get that detailed.
At that time, was the victim...
Eck! Mr. Edgeworth, why'd you ask him that?
Kay, why'd you hit Uncle Ray?
That man did not even flinch.
He was wicked dead already.
He
Yeah.
must have been dead wicked dead already.
But the blood continued to gush from his neck.
Much like a dead person.
Most likely had already passed away already. His hands moved nary an inch.
Ugh, way too much. Are you doing this on purpose?
Certainly not. I'm just trying to give an accurate testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, shall I add that to my statement, to my testimony?
If you would.
See how graphic we can get, says
It
Frank.
was terrifying. A truly terrifying sight.
This is why the game wasn't localized. It's rated M for murder.
He most likely passed away. His hands moved nary an inch. It's probably that, right? Should I press it anyway?
Go back to the one before.
Oh, sorry. The sentence before?
No, not the, the testimony sentence before. And to my horror, there was a black dog biting his neck. I don't know. Barks at me a lot. You're probably right that it was the,
Crime scene notes.
it's the crime scene notes, and it probably is the next one. But I don't know.
Here, I'll just press it.
Yeah, press it.
That was a very vivid testimony.
That is because I witnessed up close, relatively speaking. I could feel the anguish he suffered in his death. Mr. Edgeworth, I won't be able to sleep tonight.
Really? How terrible.
Oh, come on! It's all because of you that my mind is filled with scary thoughts! I may even have nightmares myself. Even now, I can still remember everything clearly.
He said, grinning.
The ring... Whoa, there's another sentence. The ring with the snowflake insignia glimmered with no purpose but to catch my eye.
This dude.
A ring with a snowflake insignia. Impressive memory.
I was formerly a newspaper salesman. I had to quickly identify what a customer wanted based on his appearance and attitude in order to form a successful sales strategy. And that's the most basic of the basics.
But you were dealing with a corpse, not a customer. Are you like that with everyone?
Yes. I had already become an ingrained habit of mine. It was an important point that could determine the success or failure of a sale.
That's how you were able to easily recall such a minor detail.
Precisely. Even the engraved insignia is crystal clear.
Is that really possible? What was the state of the body when we found it? I should review my evidence.
Covered by the sheet.
I have an unerring eye, that much I can declare.
So, Knightley was killed by a dog that was being kept here in the prison? I find that hard to believe.
They say that pets take after their owners, yeah?
It doesn't have to take after them that much. This completely defeats the purpose of the animal therapy.
Perhaps I should ask about the dog a little more.
Okay. So... the dog...
Do we have to present something, or are we asking about the dog?
I feel like we already asked about the dog.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I think Stephanie's right, there's a sheet covering his hand.
Yeah.
And he made a big deal of the ring he could see from the window.
Yeah, probably we should... And his hands moved nary an inch.
Yeah.
But
Nary
no,
an
do the
inch.
body. Do the body part.
Yeah.
Because you can check the picture, so yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're totally right. Alright.
Plus there's a big dog in the way.
Ho ho ho. A ring with a snowflake insignia.
Yes, that's correct. I was clearly engraved on the surface.
I see. Your testimony is very accurate, but it's a little too accurate if you ask me.
And what's wrong with being accurate?
You state that you saw a ring with a snowflake insignia engraved into it. And it is true that the victim was wearing such a ring.
See? Was I not correct?
That is not the issue I have with your testimony. Take a look at this picture. As you can see, the right hand is covered by a sheath. It should not have been possible for you to see the engraving on the ring. Unless
Edgeworth
you
just goes, take a look at this picture of a dead guy. But don't look at all that. Look at this right here.
Right there.
Approach the body and lifted up the sheet for yourself. You said you only looked into the workroom through the door. And yet, you gave such a detailed account of what you saw.
Who do you think you are? Acting all high and mighty. I'm telling you, I saw what I saw. Oh, and the victim had moved his arm after I saw it.
I don't think so. You said as much earlier.
Nary an inch.
I'm not rereading this because we just read it.
Yeah.
The victim was already dead. How would he have been able to move his arm?
This guy's looking pretty suspicious now, yeah?
Frank saw it. What are you hiding, you scoundrel?
Oh, no, I ain't. I am not. That is, you're wrong. I know what I saw.
But he did the thing.
Shut up already. Stop making a fuss about every little thing I say. You're just a defense attorney's assistant!
He's finally shown his true self.
Persona. Whoa, I guess the cat's out of the bag. A black Harry wanted that. Just went flying.
I'm just your friendly neighborhood witness.
We're really just a witness. I would say that you were rather suspicious.
What was that?
You saw something that could not have been seen from the outside of the room. How is that possible? The logic behind it is simple. Mr. Sawit, this is where you saw the body from.
Workroom A. He was in the room.
Oh.
When you discovered the body, you went inside the room where it laid. Since you saw the engraving on the ring, that is the only possibility.
Even if you say that, you ain't got no evidence, do ya? Where's the evidence that shows I was in that room? I was still grooming the pets at the time. In the room adjacent to where the body was found. I even went so far as to borrow some rubber gloves. Show me evidence that proves I was in the room where the body was found. Thanks for telling me about the evidence.
Yeah. He's too thorough now.
Mr. Sawit, what were you doing when the body was discovered?
Didn't I tell you already? I was practicing being a pet groomer.
I see. In that case, do you happen to recognize this glove?
Oh, that's...
This was found near the body. It is believed to have been dropped by the culprit. By the way, I noticed that you also have a rubber glove hanging out of your apron pocket.
No, this is something else.
Something else.
Looks like you're missing one of your gloves.
You can't find gloves like these anywhere. You can find gloves like these anywhere in the prison. Your evidence proves nothing.
Perhaps we should hand this glove over to the police for fingerprinting.
I mean,
I'm certain they'll find some interesting results.
Got him.
It's over.
Objection.
oh, whoa.
Who was that?
Who's beefy over here?
Oh, it's
Uncle
me.
Ray?
Pretty cool, right? My objection voice.
Mr. Shields, could you save the jokes for later?
Joking, because it's not over yet. There's still something else. Something that's clearly odd. That guy's a prisoner, you know? He's got the bracelet and all. Bracelet! Sorry.
That's right. How did he get into the other workroom? The sensor would have set off the alarm, right?
He's right. That's the only thing we don't know yet.
So fast, Mr. Prisoner. Could you fill us in? That's pretty weird. The bracelet should have been his last line of defense.
Defense?
That's right, Kay. It was useful evidence for Mr. Prisoner here. He could have claimed that due to the bracelet, he wasn't able to enter the room. But he didn't say a word about it. Is there any reason why you didn't? Oh, he is wearing it. The silent treatment, eh? Well, the judge yesterday did say that silence is golden.
Wow. You're really a hotshot defense attorney, Mr. Shields.
Defense attorneys always remain calm in a pinch and smile in the face of danger. That's a Godot quote, right?
I wonder if Godot read this quote off a fortune cookie, and that's why everybody knows it but fucks it up.
It's on the back of the badge. Engraved. That's what your old man taught me at the defense attorney's creed, yeah? So, what's the deal? Why didn't you mention anything about the bracelet?
I got my wig back on. The truth is, it's broken.
Broken?
Some time ago, I took a spill and the bracelet hit the floor with a loud bang. Ever since then, has not been able to activate the sensors. Forgive me, it was so convenient, I didn't want to report it.
I see. So the bracelet was broken. But did it really break so easily? If that is true, then there's a problem with the prison security.
Slam your hand against the wall and you're good to go.
You over there, may I have a moment?
Here, kitty kitty, you're such a cute little guy. Yes, you are, meow.
Excuse me.
Yes, what can I do for you, meow?
This prisoner's bracelet appears to be broken.
What? Really? That's not good at all. I'll contact the person in charge and have it replaced immediately.
Thank you. I'll be holding on to the broken bracelet for the time being.
Saw a bracelet jotted down in my organizer.
Oh, we didn't just take a picture of it. We just, like, ripped the damn thing off, huh?
Yes, sir. Please take care of it.
Now that the bracelet's taken care of, shall we move on to arresting you for murder?
What? Perish the thought. I didn't kill anyone.
But your bracelet was broken, right? Doesn't that mean you could have gone anywhere you wanted during the animal show?
But all I did was find the body, honest. And it's true that I saw the dog biting his neck. However, I entered the workroom after the dog had left.
Why did you do that?
Well, it was just, I was curious if he had anything of value on him.
He could have saved his rep if he had been like, I wanted to see if I could help him. But no.
So he was planning to loot the corpse.
Oh boy.
That's why he remembers Nightly Spring so well.
Why are you looking at me, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm a great thief. Please don't put me on the same level as him. But I didn't take a thing. The animal show had ended and the other prisoners were making their way back down here. I hurried back to my workroom and let out a scream to deceive the others, saying, "Ow, I've been stabbed!"
That's when you dropped your rubber glove.
Rubber glove updated in my organizer.
Hey, Frank saw it, third leg of the Yatagarasu.
Oh,
found it.
no!
I guess his story holds up. What do you think, Miles?
Whether he is the murderer or not, one big question remains. How did Knightley get all the way from his holding cell to the prison?
You're right about that. It's a real stumper. A real humdinger.
And there's something Mr. Sod said in his testimony that I'm very concerned about.
Whoa.
If that dog had any part in the murder... Mr. Sod,
Yes, what is it?
were there any other prisoners who didn't see the animal show?
Yes, there was only one other that I know of.
And this prisoner wouldn't have been able to see the show even if he wanted to, correct?
Yes, that's correct. Why do you ask?
Just as I thought. I had my suspicions as soon as I saw that black dog. That fiendish criminal. I never expected him to be held here in this prison. Where is his cell?
Do you intend to meet him? Who's him? He's a very special man. He receives very special treatment and... Oh, forgive me, I need to watch what I say about him. However, if you value your lives, I would advise you to stay away from him. Hey, cut it out already! You're giving me the creeps!
Puppet master in the shadows, huh? Yeah, I still value my life.
He's being held in the special cell. Special cell. Over
We have a special
there,
cell.
in that direction.
Special cell.
Special cell. It certainly seems like he receives special treatment.
Floor plans updated in my organizer.
I'm very concerned about who this is.
Well, so just who is this him, anyway? To protect my own life, all I can tell you is that he's the oldest prisoner here. My deepest apologies. I can't say anymore. He's truly terrifying. ...
Care to fill me in? It feels like you're leaving Uncle Ray behind here.
He is someone I knew in the past. Let's head for the special cell. I believe that black dog should be there as
Oh
well.
my god, is it Manfred? Manfred's dead.
Oh boy.
We've retconned it, which is completely fair.
Chat was saying earlier this is like 10 years after the first game, so there's a lot of first game homages. So
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Like, the big bad of the first game was Manfred.
1241 prison special cell. Hey, it's pitch black in here. I can't see a thing at all.
Aren't you always talking about how the Yatagarasu is able to flap even in the darkest night?
Even in the depths of the night, even when there are no other birds dare to take flight, one alone soars to shine the light of righteousness on the world's blight, and that one is me, for I am the great thief Yagatarasu. Get my chicken wings.
Oh ho, that was pretty cool. RD says that Manfred's not dead yet, but I believe that I remember Franzi has a line when she first meets Phoenix in the second game that says, "You killed my father," because he died in prison. Like, Manfred never gets hung, he dies in prison.
I'm trying to remember what the exact line was in that.
I mean, I know the answer to this question.
I mean, if he's in this game, he didn't die in prison. But she does have a line that says, you killed my father, and Phoenix says something along the lines of, no, I didn't, I put him in jail. And she goes, well, he's dead now, basically.
Yeah. Not those exact words, but close.
You'll see real soon.
I mean, we could retcon it to be like, he's dead to me, because he's not perfect, so he's in prison. But,
read your line, Michelle.
I did. Oh, that was pretty cool.
Oh, sorry.
You were jamming.
You're right. But still,
Molly says she was talking about Miles in that line, but she wasn't saying. She said you killed my father. So I don't know. Hi, Mapop.
But still...
I mean, I'm taking it from everyone's reactions and shit that Manfred is alive and he's in this cell. But I am saying that that's a retcon.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah, you're right. Let me right-click this save, and then I'll just boot up the original trilogy, and we'll just find out.
Go there. I'll dig it up before next week so I can clarify exactly whether it's a retcon or not.
Alright, but still, I can't see, what I can't see. I'm still just a human.
Jingle jangle.
Hello, puppers.
Ah. Woof, woof. Manfred? I mean, who's this voice? Mr. Edgeworth, I presume. Who is this mysterious person?
That voice, it can only be...
It has been far too long.
So you still remember me?
It would be impossible to forget, because it was you who did what none could do. And place me here in this cell.
Don't tell me that dog is talking to you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Wolf.
Is there someone else in there? I can't see anything, though.
Down, boy, it is rude to frighten the visitors. Here, allow me to illuminate this dark room.
That's not Manfred.
It's not Manfred at all.
Who the fuck is this? I'm
Sorry.
thankful that it's not Manfred. I'm thankful. Like, no, don't get me wrong. I'm happy it's not Manfred.
The reason
I
was
didn't want a retcon.
pretty sure is because I live on a place called courtrecords.com where I stare at everyone's profiles every single time we record the podcast to think of nicknames. And Manfred's profile picture is not in this game. So...
Well, I just want to clarify. I didn't want it to be Manfred.
No, I know you didn't want it to be Manfred, but that's why Kevin was doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And I was pretty
We
sure...
have 2 full games of nothing but retcon constantly, and I have to keep track of all that shit in my brain, so if we had another one, I would just be mad. So I'm glad, but I am a little disappointed that this is a no one that we've never met before.
Hey, I'll say this now. This guy is interesting.
Yeah, he's a boss.
You know what he looks like? He looks like a prototype of Nayuta Sanmadi.
Do you want to keep using that voice?
Such nosy visitors, from the voices and footsteps, 2 more in the back. But it would be rude not to introduce myself. I am called Sirhan Doggen. I am called Dogman McDoggerson. Mr. Edgeworth and I, we are old acquaintances.
This man is a former assassin. The blind assassin, Sirhan Dogman. His weapons are sharp knives and a dog. His appearance is always accompanied by the sound of a bell.
Look at that good boy, though. He's so cute.
It is said that the ringing of this bell in the darkness is the last sound his victims hear.
No one has ever misled me ever in this series.
Would you be so kind as to share the reason why you have come, Mr. Edgeworth?
That will not be necessary. You are already well aware of why we're here.
It seems we know each other quite well.
They did that. It's like a scary. Oh no, it's not scary. It's a good dog.
Classic dog scare. We suspect you're a dog of murder. The witness who discovered the body saw him biting it.
You know why we have come.
It's because we suspect your dog of murder.
To be fair, he is a famous dog assassin.
Yeah, but I assume a dog assassin. It's not the dog who commits the murder, but it is Ace Attorney, and we have a whale murder and all sorts of stuff. So sure, yeah, you're in jail for dog murder.
I'm sorry. I got hold of myself. Okay.
Plausible versus anime is right over there. We can play around.
Just click next.
There must be some mistake.
My dog is so obedient.
My dog is a good boy.
He's obedient. He would never do such a thing unless I told him to. Right, Anubis? Good boy, good boy, good boy.
Anubis may be your guide dog, but you raised him to be a vicious killer.
Oh, I know this is a good game. I'm having a great time.
This is whimsy. I'm just laughing real hard because this is just classic whimsy Ace Attorney in terms of a murder.
And we haven't played it for 5 years because there's been no game.
Yeah, no, this is pure. I'm purely having a good time, and the soundtrack is very good.
Yeah.
He was one of the weapons you used as an assassin, and they let you keep him in jail.
To begin with, Is the witness of a reliable sort?
Ugh, it's true that Sod is also one of the suspects. And it's difficult to say if we can trust his testimony.
In any case, I think you have the wrong dog, right, Anubis? Right, boy?
I wonder if he knows who the witness is. I would like to hear your alibi from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. yesterday morning.
During the animal show? I was in my humble cell the entire time. I took up whittling recently, so my focus was solely on the wood and chisel in my hands.
They fucking let you have that?
He's in a special cell. It's a
The
special
prisoners-
cell.
Exactly. The prisoners have free access to chisels here? Normally that's not allowed.
Yeah, that's what.
The warden is a kind soul. She has given me special permission.
I was busy being like, how does he play chess if he can't see?
Kind. Ridiculous. Even 5 metal chisels.
Maybe it's a fancy specials chess.
I mean, if you can feel all the pieces, and maybe if like the ridges around the squares are raised.
I was thinking the colors.
The cup.
If he's blind.
Yeah, how do you tell the white ones and the black ones apart?
Oh, I see.
But maybe they have braille on them. I don't know.
Something.
Also, if you're like an accomplished enough chess master, you can play chess games just by memory.
Fair.
But yes, these would be deadly weapons in his hands.
Started out by carving these Buddha statues, but I moved on to other shapes after the 674th. I only took up chiseling like the last week.
Really? That many?
Recently.
All it takes is time, which I have plenty of. Here is what I'm working on now.
Oh, he's carving his own chess set.
I didn't know that you played chess.
Do you play as well, Mr. Edgeworth? I would like to test your wits in a game sometime. I only started playing since
So he's not an accomplished chess master.
since my arrival here, so I am still inexperienced.
That's fair. What is this piece? It's a 3-headed dog?
Ball.
That's not chess.
Just for the fun, I carved this hound piece.
I can't go deeper.
Chess is a game of war, pawns, knights, and castles. Each side pushing their forces to the limits to take the life of the enemy's king.
The dog licking animation.
It's so cute.
It's cute for the dog, but it's horrifying for the man.
That's true. His face does a weird thing.
However, I found the absence of dogs to be strange. Hounds are an indispensable part of warfare. But it is nothing more than folly. I still play by all the normal rules of chess.
Isn't it difficult for you to find opponents here in prison?
I always play correspondence chess.
Correspondence chess. So you play chess through the mail?
Prisoners are allowed to send and receive letters, although they are subject to inspection.
And someone has to read them for me, for I am
At
blind.
the moment, I am waiting for my opponent's next move.
Happy stated jotted down in my organizer.
I'm gonna have to assume that because he is carving his own chess pieces, he has a way to differentiate the colors.
Yeah.
So he plays chess with people outside of this prison. Yeah, you could probably give them different bases. That would...
Yeah. I think a Cerberus chess piece is pretty radical, though.
Do you know who was murdered?
It was Horace Knightley, a most unfortunate lad.
Your ears are as sharp as ever.
They are all I can rely on.
As I thought, he has full knowledge of everything that goes on in this prison.
On second thought, he might be fortunate after all.
Fortunate, how so?
He committed a grave crime, but he was able to avoid punishment for it. An assassination attempt on the president. What a bold man.
Assassination attempt.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, didn't Mr. Knightley just...
He may have killed his own superior, but he never attempted to take the president's life. Are they trying to conceal the fact that the assassination was staged by the president?
Who's they? Well, the media?
I think
Fake
so,
news?
yeah. Yes.
Whoa. Hold your horses. Knightley didn't attack the president? Edgeworth doesn't read the newspaper? But Uncle Ray was requested to defend him in court on charges of attempted assassination.
You didn't know either, Uncle Ray? So, they're trying to pin the whole thing on Mr. Knightley.
Now I see why the PIC is taking action.
A chessboard full of Cerberuses would be awesome, Mapop.
Ah, so that's why they removed you from the case.
That DePest guy was going to indict him on charges of attempted assassination.
And in doing so, they would have twisted the truth. Sorry, the truth.
I suspected it was a false charge.
Hmm?
I heard about it from one of the guards, about Knightley. He kept desperately insisting I didn't assassinate anyone. I murdered a guy right to his face, fair and square.
But the courts are supposed to bring the truth to light.
I may not be well versed in law, but I can say one thing for certain. Some of the prisoners here were convicted on false charges.
My Manfred von Karma. What?
You know that better than anyone else, my dude.
Ugh.
A different species of dogs? Oh, that'd be so cute! I want this chessboard.
That's the reality of it, right, Anubis? Right, boy? Leaving the truth in the care of the court can be dangerous.
Leaving the truth in the care of the court is dangerous, huh?
We are building up to the dark side of the law, huh?
Right?
Or the, Dark Age, as the...
There was someone who said the exact same thing before. That investigator from Interpol who doesn't trust prosecutors.
Oh, Shilong Lang.
You're not twisting the truth behind closed courtroom doors, are you? Fueled by those ideas is what wonder the courts produce nothing but falsities and lies? Rest assured, the next time we meet, I won't be so forgiving.
I doubt his distrust has cleared up completely. But it's a good thing I'll never see him again.
Yeah.
It's been the best 2 weeks of my life.
Same way, don't you, Anubis? The truth of the courts and Mr. Edgeworth's reasoning both can't be trusted, right?
Ugh.
It is nothing to be upset about. You're not the only one who suspects me. Don't get mad that I called your reputation bullshit when your reputation was bullshit when you put me in prison also. Yesterday, the prosecutor came and that judge came here too. They didn't like my Buddha statues. They brought the warden along. How they despise me.
RD, we were robbed by... We didn't get Shilong Lang's theme. Oh, it must have been those two rude people from before.
Prosecutor DeBest and Judge Courtney.
They thoroughly inspected my room, but left without finding a thing.
Except a large series of chisels.
And all of my radical Buddhas. Gah, seems they were searching for a murder weapon, but there's nothing but chisels. They searched the other prisoners' cells too, not just mine. Yet they are still unable to find anything. All that hard work was for naught.
Here's an investigation notes jotted down my organizer.
I'm sure. We are assuming Lang is going to be back, but I'm sure he's going to be back. This is quite a problem. What should we do?
Sod's testimony alone won't hold up. In order to confront him, we'll need evidence.
Now, if my guests would be so kind as to leave. Right, Anubis. Show them the way out. Does this mean what I think it means?
Let's get going, Mr. Edgeworth.
We shall meet again, Dogman.
It would be a shame for our long-awaited reunion to end so soon. I'll be waiting.
The dog has his own doggy door. He can come and go when he wants.
Well, they're chipped, right? Yeah. But I do find them letting his animal companion be his murder dogs very suspect.
Alright.
Now then, we still need to find that murder weapon.
Mr.
Assuming it's-
Edgeworth!
Yeah, assuming it's not just the dog.
Oh my god, okay.
She went all the way up there.
Rock.
It's fine now, Kay. Come down from there.
Hoppa. Ha.
Where's Mr. Shields?
Beats me. He just took off running like death was after him.
Good grief, that man.
What should we do now, Mr. Edgeworth?
We'll continue investigating. First, we should start by solving that one mystery.
Who killed the dead guy?
You know, the one.
The one mystery.
Knightley's body was found in a workroom inside the prison.
Uh-huh.
However,
Uh-huh.
the mystery is...
Oh,
She
Gina
was
has to ask. I'm sure, yeah, you're right, that he has power. He has some sort of power to keep his dog.
he was supposed to be in the detention center's holding cell.
Now, to keep his dog and his 17 chisels.
And yeah.
Because you know what? In prison, you can eat free, live free.
But chisels cost money. Everybody knows that.
Everyone
That's
knows
how the
that.
saying goes.
How did you get to the prison under such tight security? Let's go investigate the holding cell at the detention center.
That's where Mr. Knightley was held, right? But what about Uncle Ray?
Let's just leave him be for now.
Where's he?
We don't know.
I'm fine.
I thought we were supposed to be his assistants, though. March 28th, 1:34 p.m. Detention Center, hallway.
The victim's cell in the detention center was this way.
Let's check it out, Mr. Edgeworth. Strut, 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 strut.
Oh, this is truly just dreadful. Wonder who this is.
What happened?
The warden.
That's the warden, Miss Rowland. She must have come from behind that no entry sign.
Still, so he still won't
That's
talk?
it.
I just been doing the guards. Even after all the trouble you went through to get the evidence transferred to the precinct?
That's right. I don't know how many times I've tried. I can't report back empty-handed.
That assassin sure is one tough cookie, huh?
Did he just say assassin?
Oh my.
Pardon me, but were you talking about Mr. Dogman just now?
Oh, eavesdropping, were you, you naughty boy?
Did you question him personally, Warden Rowland?
Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
It's
No.
tight security.
Not just him. I try to have a heart-to-heart with all the prisoners and suspects. In my home, we're all family here.
Oh, it's Olive Garden.
It's only fair I invite them to my warden's office.
The warden's office.
Oh, have you taken an interest in my room as well? It's just down this hallway, but outsiders are not allowed past this point.
Quick, Kay, get arrested.
Down the hallway, so around there.
It's such a lovely room. People do enjoy being invited back there. I always show them the splendid view of my precious courtyard.
The courtyard of the animal-filled prison. I'd sure love to see it.
Oh gee, Dogen seems cool. Like, we're not dragging him or nothing. Dogen seems like a very good villain.
I'm delighted that you want to see it. However, I cannot invite you.
Yeah, Kay, get arrested.
What?
You're not a child of our home. If you want to come to my room, you'll have to be convicted first.
That's a rather high hurdle to clear.
Is anybody hearing so many alarm bells by this lady? Like, this is the shadiest shit I've ever heard.
She's also, like, they have all these, like, therapy animals, and she's wearing a full-ass fur coat, like...
And, yeah, she's, like, got a mink and is wearing a mink coat. Dark. It's a Cruella de Vil situation.
Oh, yeah, and, like, you know, clearly she's abusing all of her power. Oh, she wants to take everyone into her office and her home. Like, this is a... Big Mama from the musical Chicago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness me, look at how long we've been talking. I was just about to feed Allie her lunch.
Ah, the fox's name.
Allie?
She is my favorite little angel. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be off to the courtyard. Toodaloo.
That's the wrong way.
I never got a chance to ask her about Dogen. Well, let's head over to Nightly Cell.
Okay, boss. March 20th, 1:43 p.m. Detention Holding Center.
This is the victim's cell.
When did Mr. Knightley arrive in here again?
It was after the president's welcoming ceremony on the night of March 25th. So, when and how did he move over to the prison? There might be some evidence left that can answer that.
All right, let's get cracking, Mr. Edgeworth. Begin investigation. Stephanie has to remember the buttons.
Shimmy, 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 shimmy.
Shimmy, shimmy, Cocoa Puff. Aha.
The reflection in the mirror.
Ah, it's a security camera. A great thief's arch enemy. I guess I don't take too kindly to thieves here.
There's no reason for a detention center to be kind to thieves.
Ollie, that's a great idea. I'm writing it down.
What is it?
Rank all the Ace Attorney animals as a homework question.
Ooh, nice.
It's good.
I would like you to check the footage of this security camera. If you find any problems, report to me at once.
Understood, sir. Alright, well, back to my shimmy Cocoa Puffin.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Mr. Edgeworth, is this a dining menu?
You can choose your daily meals in this detention center. However, unless you have the money, you won't be able to choose what you want to eat.
Top 5. Molly, they're all my top choice.
I think we could rank all of them, honestly. Like, there's a lot, but look, we're desperate for content during the drought.
Spoilers, it's not Money the Monkey, though. He's not a good boy.
Oh, no, he's low.
Alright. In the end, the world revolves around money. Doesn't this mean that the rich won't have to reflect on their crimes?
Yes.
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 There are a few good people who don't need to reflect, probably.
It sounds like you're just making excuses for them, Mr. Edgeworth.
Why should I have to come up with excuses for the detention center?
The world.
There's something on the desk.
It seems to be some kind of memo. Let me take a closer look.
Huh, interesting how there's a deduce button here.
It's chess.
This is chess notation. It was probably the victim's.
What's chess notation? Oh, good thing you asked, eh?
It's a memo that records the positions of the pieces on a chessboard. This is a good match. My next move would be pawn to... No, actually, before that...
Mr. Edgeworth, this is no time to be playing chess.
You're right. The positions of the chess pieces recorded in this memo. I feel like I've seen something similar somewhere else. I should take a closer look at the evidence I've collected.
Is it the... Because it looks like the chessboard from Dogen's room.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but...
This
I don't-
chessboard is all put away.
Okay, open it. You're out, okay. Just checking. Get a little closer, because I don't think we had any evidence that said Dogen's...
Yeah, we didn't pick
Chessboard.
up any evidence from his room. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's why I checked this again real quick. Well, they're chess pieces, right? I saw something similar. These black and white. Yours are custom made. I'm gonna steal them. Cool, cool, cool.
Gonna steal them. Oh, sorry, I didn't have Gumshoe run in to spin it. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Oh,
Sorry,
no,
sorry.
I guess I did. Oh, we picked up the hound piece.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what it is, though.
Ho, ho, ho. Okay. Oh, oops.
Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence?
Do you think it's gonna count since I'm not exactly on the red circle?
Is this red circle that you've chosen the hound piece? I don't think it is.
I don't think so either. Let me go back. Next move is bishop to g2.
Maybe it is. Because then if you actually move the bishop... Oh no, 2g2.
I think it might. This one might not actually be very picky. I think
Okay.
as long as you're on the chessboard, it might work.
Deduce.
We'll try it. I was like, hey, wait, this game never taught me how to actually play chess. Oh, you're right, but deuce. You're right.
This chess notation, I've seen it before.
You're still thinking about chess? Focus on the investigation! Focus!
Chess is quite important to this investigation. Okay, have a look at this.
Are these chess pieces from Dogen's cell? I don't know much about the rules of chess.
The rules of chess are not important here.
Oh.
Look at the positions of the chess pieces in this memo and the pieces in Dogen's cell. Do you notice anything?
Ah! I don't know anything about different chess pieces. But if you flip the board around, the position of chess pieces are completely the same.
Yes. Although the memo doesn't include the Cerberus chess piece. The positions of the other chess pieces are identical.
What's going on here?
I always play correspondence chess.
This might be hard to believe, but Dogen's chess opponent was...
Are you saying he was playing against Mr. Knightley?
With this, we now have the evidence to link Dogen with the victim.
Good thing everyone in this game's really into chess.
Everyone but Kay, so Kay is our in.
What do these books say?
There's a lot of books here. Oh, that's you.
Oh, there are a lot of books here. What's this? The Wonderful Warden of Ours.
Oh.
The Hound and the Hound Whistler, the Animal Shack Redemption. Mr. Knightley, he was a surprisingly good person.
No, the detention center provides these books for the visitor's own edification. These books are supposed to help you grow as a human being. Prison Life for Dummies. These books were written by model prisoners and former inmates.
Ah, here's a helpful book. The Great Escape in 80 Days, based on a true story. Oh, check this one out. Crime and Establishment, How to Make Money in Prison.
The problems with this detention center may run deeper than I thought. You think?
What? Yeah, what, Edgeworth? You just figuring this bad boy out?
This detention center / zoo?
Alright, I think I found everything on that desk. Oh, yeah, there.
Look in the toilet. It's not as dirty as I thought it would be. but the toilet paper shows no signs of use. Oh. Looks like there are no problems with the toilet.
There's a huge problem.
What's the problem?
It's totally awkward having the toilet on the open like that. There needs to think more about the end user.
This facility wasn't designed with the spirit of service in mind.
I'm glad that's the end of the conversation.
I'm gonna look at it.
The paper. This newspaper. It's missing a few pages.
They appear to be torn out.
It's not really how newspapers work, but
Why would someone tear out the pages from a newspaper?
maybe because they don't realize that the pages aren't stapled or glued together in any way. So they ripped them like a weirdo. Maybe using for cleaning?
Clean the cell? It's quite possible. It's Horace Knightley's suit.
According to the results of my investigation,
What did you find out?
a man who looks good in a suit leaves a more favorable impression with the ladies.
Okay, did you investigate the Spin Doctor's song "Sharp Dressed Man"? Is that Spring Daughter's? No.
That's ZZ Top.
ZZ Top. The ZZ Top song "Sharp Dressed Man."
Every lady goes crazy about a sharp dressed man. And then the video's just them doing this for about like 4 minutes with guitars.
But in suits.
Yes. Next time, I'll investigate men who look good in frills.
There's no
Please don't bother.
ZZ Top song about looking good in frills.
Oh, what's this?
Dirt.
Something seems off.
The floor here is clean. Was it mopped recently?
It seems strange that only the area in front of the bed has been wiped clean.
Very strange.
Clean. That means it's a good prison, right? Clean toilet.
Windows with iron bars. There are no signs of tampering. It doesn't look like the criminal could have escaped through here.
What if these iron bars are removable? Let me inspect them for future reference.
Okay, now's not the time for that. We're in the middle of an investigation.
Also, please don't get arrested, okay? Okay.
And if you want to see the warden's office.
I guess, that's true. All
Could we
right.
shimmy our way there? Oh no, we just
Is
gotta get
shimmying your
arrested.
crime?
We gotta get arrested and convicted first.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, what logic do we have?
Oh, boy.
Oh boy.
This will be a tough one.
Some good logic right here.
I don't know, chat. Do you think I got it?
Everyone vote on your phones.
This music actually is a vote on your phone kind of music.
I love the logic theme.
No, I'm not saying it's a
Good.
bad thing. Oh, my bean. It's been freaked.
The floor here is clean. It was probably wiped down with something.
Did someone spill grape juice here?
I don't know exactly what was wiped away, but I can imagine what was used to wipe it. It's very likely it was this torn up newspaper.
Couldn't he have asked one of the guards if he could borrow a cleaning rag?
Perhaps it was something he didn't want the guards to see.
My floor data died down on my organizer. Investigation complete. Woo!
You
Good job,
did it.
team.
So this is what our investigation turned up. It seems we've found a major connection between the victim and Dogen.
This is terrible.
What happened?
Oh, it's you.
The security guard camera recorded something terrible.
What? Can you let me see it?
Of course, sir. I have a portable playback device right here.
Then let me see it right away.
My God, it's 3D.
Oh.
This
Terrible.
This black thing's gotta be that doggy, right?
Up until this point, I thought the murder took place inside the prison. But it appears I was mistaken. The place where Knightley was attacked was...
Holding
I
cell?
guess the holding cell, right?
Just checking to see if you were paying attention.
Are you still awake?
It was the detention center. And furthermore, he was attacked by Dogan's dog. This is decisive evidence.
I'm not convinced.
Yeah, I also have doubts. That looked like a cop to me.
Yeah, same.
If Knightley was killed in this room, then this piece of evidence we found in the cell takes on a new meaning. Which piece of evidence takes
the
on a new
white
meaning?
Floor.
For some reason, someone wiped the floor clean. It's possible they were wiping away bloodstains.
If only we knew a different teen girl who had mysterious sprays and powders.
Thank you for your hard work.
Or a detective who could come and get the lab to test it.
I guess.
Oh. While I have your attention, may I ask for one more favor?
What would that be?
There should be a detective by the name of Dick Gumshoe in the detention center or the prison. Yeah, all right, we're
That's
good.
my boy.
We're good. I would like you to give him a message. Tell him to check this room for traces of blood and give the results to me.
Yes, sir.
Compliant guard, even though we don't have any authority.
But he carries himself with authority.
This should corner that old coot.
No, not yet. We still don't know how Knightley and the dog moved from here to the prison.
That's true. But once we figure that out, we should check out next. Where should we check out next, Mr. Edgeworth?
The guards here might know something about the murder. Let's see if we can learn any new details from them.
March 28th, 2:15 p.m., Detention Center. Hallway.
So hang on a second. Do you see, so up in the right-hand corner, there's the pictures, and the one on the left is the judge, and then there's a lady, and then there's Phoenix Wright with a mustache.
I don't know if I'd call that Phoenix Wright.
That's what I wanted to check. Does that look like Phoenix Wright with a mustache to
To
you?
me, it looks like a large Hispanic man with a big mustache.
Because I can't see it. I have it kind of small on the cast. So you have it the biggest, Stephanie. So
I do. I mean, his hair is brushed back, but I can't, like, you can't really quite discern the hairline. It's not as sharp as Phoenix's. And the suit is definitely a gray color, not a blue.
Okay, I'll let you get away with it this time. But I thought somebody drew a mustache on Phoenix Wright.
Now, someone could have drawn a mustache on Phoenix Wright and blurred it a bit, and been like, that's good enough for this scene.
Well, they're all kind of blurry because they're far away.
Right.
But also, why would they put a picture of Phoenix up in the detention center?
Because the artist didn't know.
It's a don't let this man come in. This is the do not accept service list.
Please disrespect this man.
We have a vote for a mustachioed young Grossberg, which I also had thought that, but
Young Grossberg.
I forgot about that guy.
how could you
forget? I can never forget about Grossberg.
Refreshing, just like the scent of fresh lemons.
Okay, anyway, let's continue.
All right. Ah!
There he is.
There
Whose
he
voice
is.
is Shilong Lang. You still doing it, Stephanie?
I did it earlier, but I'm willing to concede it to someone else if they want it.
I pretty much cannot take any more voice.
No, you can't. I'll do it.
I've learned this.
Oh, sorry to intrude. Well, if it isn't Mr. Prosecutor and the little lady. Fancy meeting you here.
This man is Shilong Lang, an Interpol agent. About 2 weeks ago, he was in charge of investigating one of my cases. I would have thought he'd returned to his native country of Zhangfa by now.
Why? The president's here.
Agent Lang, what brings you here?
Just some boring work. Nothing you need to know about. On top of the black dog, we met a black wolf. Huh? You came alone today, Agent Lang?
Usually, he'd have a huge police force with him.
Mr. Prosecutor, you seem pretty busy these past few days.
These past few days. Is he referring to the incident with the... Yes, he is. Come on. I would have thought you'd be involved in his security, too.
Our president doesn't even trust his own country's police force. Look at the results of hiring a private security company. It's laughable.
He's right.
Agent Lang doesn't trust prosecutors or the courts. That's why. He brings along a large force of capable policemen to thoroughly investigate the crime scene. Yes, if you and your subordinates hadn't been there, the result might have been different.
My subordinates, huh? They're no longer with me.
They're not with you.
Funny. Looks like I'm a real lone wolf now.
Agent Lang, just what happened exactly?
Did I just forget Sheena incident?
It's nothing you need to know about.
Listen, that was 2 weeks ago.
It's been like a
I don't
lifetime. Well, be seeing you, Mr. Prosecutor.
Thanks for stopping by to remind us you exist.
And your red theme song.
It is good.
It is good. Mr. Lang, I wonder what happened.
Yes, it troubles me too, but there's nothing we can do about it for now. Okay, let us continue with our own investigation.
Got it. First, let's ask those guards a few questions. And let me just, get right here. Right? Hold on.
You could do it.
All right. Awesome. Gonna print screen this for me. All right. I just want.
Wait, eat free, live free in prison? That's why you print screen?
You know it, baby.
You don't want one of how Map Up has dubbed Shin Evil? A nice print screen of that evil phoenix.
Okay, well I want that too, but that's not on my computer right now. All right, let's talk to this guy. Michelle, can you do the guards for right now?
This is a difficult case.
What's wrong? Something troubling you?
Sure. My uniforms has gone missing. But I'm certain I placed it in this locker.
Maybe the uniform grew legs and walked off somewhere.
What kind of logic is that?
In any case, I wish you the best in your search. I'll be rooting for you.
Yes, thank you for your support.
Still uniform. At least we wrote that down. Let's see.
This door leads to the surveillance room.
The story of Lang and his boa. Thank you, Molly. It's fantastic.
I'll read that later. Surveillance? Does this mean we're being watched? You'll have to tone down your shenanigans, Mr. Edgeworth.
What? Are you trying to accuse me of?
Shenanigans.
Alright, let's read this boa story. What's going on here?
Read out loud.
From court records, originally, the designer wanted to be shirtless, but was told no. So he gave Lang a feather boa, figuring that if his nipples were covered, that would make it okay, but it didn't. He didn't even try to justify it by saying Lang was in an astronomy club in high school, and he wanted to show off 7 scars on his chest and make up the constellation of Orion. The director didn't buy that either. Amazing! Thank you so much for A, being like, it was nipples, right? And the director being like, fuck no, put his shirt on him.
Also, he had double eye patches. Don't forget that part.
Yeah, no, the solution to covering nipples as a feather boa is a mood, and a move, and a bold choice. God. What a fantastic series that we have. I'm so happy.
All of our dumb theories about like the artist room completely 100% true.
It's a security gate with a metal detector.
Don't you feel nervous whenever you pass through one of these? It's like how you get nervous when you see a policeman, but you've done nothing wrong.
Perhaps you get nervous around the police because you're the self-proclaimed great thief.
No, Kay's right. That's a normal reaction.
Kay's relatable. Yeah. Edgeworth is the one who is shenanigans. So we have a missing police uniform.
We do.
You there, have you seen a black dog around here?
Of course not. If I had actually seen it, I wouldn't be standing around here so carefree. I'd be petting that dog. Woof.
Did something happen with that doggy?
Okay, let's not press this matter any further. Let's not? So Dogen's dog didn't come by the detention center.
Ooh, there you are. Oh,
Mr. Shields, where did you go?
Indeed, I've been searching for you guys this whole time. Walking all around the prison is hard work, you know.
that's strange, seeing as you came from the opposite direction.
All around the prison, Kay, the outside of it. I've got some new information. You want to hear it, do you?
You sure changed the subject quickly.
I heard a little something from the guards. Seems Knightley caused a bit of an incident 2 days ago.
An incident?
You know how Simon said he came to visit Knightley, right? After the visit, when Knightley returned to his cell, naturally a guard escorted Knightley back to his cell. While the guard was unlocking his handcuffs, all of a sudden Knightley struck the guard and knocked him out. It seems he was gonna attempt a jailbreak. He read about it in that book that they left him about jailbreaks. By the time the other guards arrived, the key to his cell had disappeared.
But there's been no reports of Knightley's jailbreak attempt 2 days ago.
Exactly. It's strange, isn't it? Right up until his death, he was still in his cell. What's more, Knightley claimed he'd never stole the key in the first place. In fact, they searched his cell and the key was nowhere to be found.
Did the guard who was struck have anything to say?
No one knows. He was taken to the hospital whilst he was still unconscious. He's still there now, it seems.
That's intense.
So, in the end, we still don't know what happened.
At least. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. It's you!
That voice. No. I think I was voicing the best.
I think you were the best.
Were.
I'm the best. What are you still doing hanging around here?
Well, you see, this is my assistant.
Are you here to object to our investigation and make me into a laughingstock?
Yes.
Sebastian, I believe obstruct is the word you're looking for.
In a way, I think his expression was apt.
A pleasure meeting you again, Judge Courtney. I know.
You are Simon Key's defense attorney, are you not?
Well then, let's skip the formalities and celebrate our happy reunion with a hug.
Good.
Don't fucking
Hit him.
touch me.
Or maybe not.
Incidentally, I heard you mentioned an assistant a moment ago. Yeah, we're assistants at the Edgeworth's law offices. Prosecutors are civil servants. To open a side business is betray of the goddess of law.
As long as profit is not our objective, there shouldn't be a problem, right?
You can't have a conflict of interest if you're not making money.
Yeah, that's it. Miles here is a volunteer worker. The purpose of my office isn't to make money. We're pro bono.
What a wonderful heart you have, defending others without demanding payments.
Charitable heart.
More importantly, I'd like you to explain your reasons for your arresting Simon Keyes.
There's no need to.
Is that a challenge against me? No, I was speaking with Judge Courtney. I guess it can't be helped. If you want to take on the best, you will fall like a rest. I haven't said anything yet, but this is convenient. Then I will hear you out. What were your reasons for arresting Mr. Keys?
I see no need to inform you. Sebastian, let us...
Just watch, Justine. Watch as I run around in circles against this useless prosecutor.
I'm going to take this hammer and I'm going to Donkey Kong you into the next game.
Yeah, I
Which
think
is like cool, but like he's very punchable right now.
I think you mean run circles around me.
Just like I did with the prison.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Prepare yourself, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm sorry you're about to have a conversation with yourself, Kevin, but you're doing too good of a job with the best.
It's okay. I'll accept this.
Okay.
So, you want to know my reason for arresting that man? The answer's simple. Yes. We found traces of that guy over there. How's that? Perfectly simple, perfectly decisive, right? Of course, I was the first to notice it because I'm the best. How am I supposed to go about pressing that?
Traces of that guy over there.
How's that? Got nothing to say. Speechless in my presence. This guy sure talks a lot. So, you're the one who arrested Mr. Keys, I take it. Mr. DeBest, do you have the right to do such a thing? Well, obviously, it was the police who carried out the arrest. But since it was under my direction, shouldn't it also count as my arrest? As I expected. It'd be difficult to deal with both of them at the same time, however. Her silence is troubling me. Just what is she thinking?
Alright, let's see.
Shot of the mustache.
Oh, get a little
It's
bit.
right next to the ocean bar.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. It's
But
such
not a good shot of the hair.
No. Let's see. So,
Yeah, so reasons for arresting that man. Let's get one thing clear. You do know who you arrested, right? What? You take me for a fool? The one I arrested was Simon Keys, no doubt about it. I expected he'd at least understand that much. Obviously, we have a fatal reason for arresting Simon. Really? That's quite a surprise. So what is this fatal reason for the arrest? You're attempting to lure information out of me through flattery. A good strategy, but I'm afraid it won't work on me.
we have found vital evidence implicating Simon Keys. That is what Sebastian was trying to say.
Yeah, so because of this fatal vital evidence, I had Simon arrested. The answer's simple. Yeah, we found traces of that guy over there.
People in the chat have brought up a comparison to Hugh O'Connor, but they pointed out that the uniform's the same, which made me think of that the uniforms at Themis were color coded to which you were studying to be. Blue was for defense attorney, red was for prosecutor, and black was for judge. So he's wearing the wrong uniform. Although Dual Destinies happened after this, so they didn't like have that established at this point in time, but I do find that very funny.
It's great because Sebastian has no idea what the hell he's doing.
He's got a red coat on, so he's probably like still unsure about his major.
I love
That guy. That guy over there, that's certainly vague. Well, don't they say, the best hears one thing and understands 10? You're just being lazy. Explain it more clearly.
Sebastian, if it's all right with you, would you please explain it to them in more detail? I'm sure that everyone wants to hear what you have to say.
All right, if you insist, Justine. We discovered that. Perhaps you didn't know, but the victim carried a chessboard with him. From it, we found that suspect guy's, Simon Key's fingerprints.
Well done, Sebastian. I bless you on behalf of the goddess of law. Please, amend your testimony. Are you alright with that, Prosecutor Edgeworth?
Yes.
When you say traces of that man over there, it's a lot grimmer than, oh yeah, we found his fingerprints. It's much more, it sounds much more like chunks.
We've had some chunks. Surely it wasn't you who discovered the fingerprints. Hey, I'm just a prosecutor, aren't I? I leave that stuff to the forensics team.
Just a prosecutor? Well,
These fingerprints could be a problem, but wasn't the chessboard originally? Maybe I should take another look at the evidence.
oh.
I think we can explain the fingerprints by he was bringing it to him, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But what does it actually say?
Simon brought it to him at his request, yeah.
Where was it? Do we remember?
Originally it was in his house, and then we
right.
found it by the body.
Alright, well, I'll present it.
Oh ho ho ho. Fingerprints found on the chessboard. Is that the ace up your sleeve? Ace up my sleeve? Oh, ace up my sleeve. Yes, the methods I use are always the best. The ace is my trump card. Well then, allow me to show you that it is not, in fact, a trump card at all. Simon Keyes was the one who sent this chessboard to the victim in the first place. So it's only natural some of his prints would be left on it. Ah! That took way too long. His fingerprints are hardly decisive evidence. Perhaps your arrest was a little too rash. Brash. To begin with, this incident occurred in the detention center in the prison. To suspect Simon just because he isn't a prisoner or a guard is a little unreasonable. Ah! What? What's with him all of a sudden? Wah! I finally get what you're trying to say. Rash, you mean we were too quick to arrest the guy, right?
Is English not his first language? Or Japanifornianese or whatever?
You were stuck on that? Sure, I was the first to lay eyes on him. I was the first to notice the evidence. That was even faster. But I am not rash. Sure, Simon Keyes isn't a guard or a prisoner, but...
Sebastian.
Judge Courtney. What are you doing, Justine? Don't butt in like that.
Pardon me, Sebastian. Yes, your words on the suspect are very interesting. However, shouldn't you get the best part first?
The best part?
Why don't you tell them about your wonderful reasoning regarding the murder weapon?
Good one, Justine. Nice suggestion. Mr. Edgeworth, listen to my first-rate reasoning. Will this reasoning explain why you arrested Mr. Keyes? I'm sure it will meet your expectations.
Jesse's here!
Yeah, Jessie popped in.
Oh, hi,
But
Jessie.
She's gonna go do other better things, like play The Sims or Animal Crossing. No, our internet's bad, so. The, Molly also brought up in chat and a couple other people that he's
Graduated.
not
right?
he's graduated.
He could
which
have
brings
been
up
undeclared, right?
Well, it brings up the point that if he is a graduate prosecutor from Themis, he is chosen as his clothes, like for life, to wear not only the school uniform, but the school uniform of the other class.
Blue just matches his complexion so much better.
I mean, even if the blue is like the default Themis uniform, the fact that this jabroni has decided to like live his life wearing his graduated high school uniform.
No, it's
Kills me.
fucking crazy. This reminds me, I had a teacher who met her college, like, she was our psych teacher in high school, and she's like, I went to college, I met my dorm mate, who said, hi, nice to meet you, and then zipped up her graduation robes, picked up her shower caddy, and walked out. Apparently, she bought graduation robes and said, well, they cost money, and I didn't want to just, like, use them once, so she used them as, like, her shower robe in college.
That's creepy.
It's fucking weird. So that's this guy. He went to college and he kept his high school graduation robes to go to the shower.
Yeah, I know. OG Master Mask. It seems completely in character for this dude to be wearing this. If you think about it too much, it becomes even more in character.
I would say that we have barely scratched the surface of Sebastian's incompetence.
Oh, I'm sure. And also, somebody's like, "Oh, he's 17." Well, Francisco von Karma became a prosecutor at 13.
And we
Xavier
will...
Gavin became a prosecutor at 17, and both of them seem moderately competent.
We will delve deeply into the why of Sebastian in this game. So.
Oh yeah. I hear he has character development, so I look for it. He's the darling of the fandom, so I'm sure he will become better. But right now he's cracking me up.
No, I'm here for this wild ride. I'm having like any confusion. I'm having a great time. All right.
Judge Courtney just changed the flow of the conversation. Just what is she planning? Swoosh. It's obvious that the murder weapon was a sharp metal object. However, the prison maintains strict control over potentially lethal items.
Except chisels.
Except animals.
So, that's why I've reasoned that the murder weapon was brought in from the outside. Yes, it was hidden inside the chessboard. And since only the victim and the suspect's fingerprints were found on the chessboard, isn't it obvious who brought and used the murder weapon? At least it's clear that his last testimony. It's the best reasoning you could get from Prosecutor the Best. How do you like that? Now he's mixing up the best with his own name.
Oh, this poor child.
Could someone really hide a weapon inside a gift sent to a prisoner?
Okay. You'll find a good place if you examine the inside of the chessboard. Inside the chessboard? Is there some place to hide a weapon?
Gumshoe, come to me!
Oh, here I am, sir, to spin the chessboard. Let me open that for you. Open.
As I thought, there are only chess pieces inside.
Wow, what an annoying laugh!
Inside the chessboard, huh? Perhaps I should examine it a bit further.
Zoom, 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 zoom. Let's spin, 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 spin. Spin.
I was trying to see
No spin.
if the top was like a false top, but it got a little too close, I guess.
Unzoom.
Hey, you found it. It's
This
a
is-
false tab.
The top panel is removable.
It's quite deep. Or like if it was like a cheap piece and they put in the fake green shit to make it look nicer.
Yes, there's more than enough room to hide a small knife.
Okay, that's it for me. Bye, pal.
Understand now? This is how the culprit smuggled in the... Huh. Huh? What's with the huh? I wasn't even finished. Mr. the Best, there's something you have forgotten. There's a gate at the entrance of the detention center. Yeah? Well, there is, but...
He means the security gate with the metal detectors, Sebastian. We had to pass through the same checkpoint when we entered the prison, remember?
Yeah, that's it. I remember now. It looks like he completely forgot. It would be impossible to smuggle a sharp metal object into the detention center. Therefore, your reasoning never held, even from the very beginning.
Oh, good night, RD.
Good night, RD.
Good night.
The gate is only used to people. On people. In other words, packages sent to the detention center undergo a simpler check.
So they don't use a metal detector for that.
This never should have happened. It seems the guards were too careless.
They don't like X-ray them like a normal place. I don't know if they understand what security is at this detention center.
I could have told you that from all the animals.
Yeah. Then again, one of the prisoners has chisels.
And one has a polar bear.
And there's a case of trophies that could be used to murder someone directly behind them.
So basically, when Edgeworth's logic is like, this wouldn't be possible because of security, they're like, oh, our security's terrible.
Oh no, sweetie.
Yeah.
Now then, Prosecutor Edgeworth, your cross-examination, if you please.
Cross-examination. It's as if we weren't in the court, or it's as if we were in the courtroom. Very well, his reasoning. Let's see how long it will hold up under pressure.
Murder weapon location.
It's obvious the murder weapon was a sharp metal object. A sharp metal object. Do you have proof of that? Didn't you see the victim's wound? Worthless prosecutor.
Woof.
I'm guessing that Christoph Gavin, by the time they got him arrested, they probably stopped having companion animals in the prison. I think they might realize it's a bad idea.
We're gonna do an object to this episode, I think, where we decide what everyone's prison animal is. Honestly, I think that's a gold mine. So email that in to objecttothispodcast@gmail.com. That's all I'm saying.
Let's see. Did you see the victim's wound?
The fatal blow was a stab to the throat. And a knife perfectly matches up with that. There can be no other explanation. It seems they don't know that piece of information yet.
Why is that in quotes?
Nothing to say. Speechless, aren't you, Mr. Edgeworth? Right, next. There's plenty more to my reasoning. However, the prison maintains strict control over potentially lethal items, except for checking things that come into it.
When he says strict, he means... And when he says control...
Even with the strict control, there were still some items that could be used, right? Well, yeah. Things like grooming scissors.
Of course, there's more to this. Right, Sebastian?
Exactly. At the time of the incident, only one was being borrowed. However, there was no reaction when we tested it for blood. Those would be the scissors Mr. Sod was practicing with. So, the inside of the prison was completely clear of sharp implements. So, that's why I've reasoned that the murder weapon was brought in from the outside. Could you be more specific about where it came from? Of course I can. It didn't come from inside the prison. Is he trying to sound smart?
Simon Keyes brought it in. That is what we mean.
Mr. Edgeworth, can't you even figure that much out? I'm disappointed in you.
Hi.
And you've disappointed me from the start. So Simon brought the murder weapon, but how, you ask? Yes, it was hidden inside that chessboard.
Oops, sorry.
Hidden inside that chessboard. No weapon was found at the crime scene, not even inside the chessboard. So where did the murder weapon disappear to? I'd like to hear your answer to that. Well, after the crime, the culprit must have hidden it somewhere in the prison. Is there a problem with the statement DeBest just made?
He must have
There
hid it
is a problem because he said that there were no sharp implements anywhere that tested positive for blood.
That's true.
The murder weapon is hidden inside the prison. I don't think so. It's clear from this piece of evidence,
Shit.
which shows that the murder weapon can't be inside the prison. Yeah, do we have something like that?
No, it's not.
What'd you say, Michelle?
The metal detector again, but no, that's not it.
Let's see.
We must have something because it's letting us do it.
Silhouette. Looks like clean chest. Oh. This prison investigation.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, it could be that. I don't know.
Flawless deduction. Have you completely forgotten your own actions? You, along with Warden Roland, conducted a search of the prison. But you did not find the murder weapon, right?
Oh, left him out.
We must have overlooked something.
This guy has completely contradicted himself.
Owned himself.
You carried out such a sloppy investigation. I'm amazed that you call yourself the best. Are you mocking me?
Sebastian,
Yeah?
please calm yourself. Don't get caught up in the opponent's pace.
I'm fine, Justine. Did you really think the best prosecutor would be shaken by some Miles behind him? I wish he'd stop messing around with other people's names.
Oh, in that case, Kate Faraday is far, far ahead.
Hey, don't you get caught up in this too. Yes, if my best investigation didn't find anything, then there must not have been a single weapon in the prison. In that case, there's only one possibility. The criminal must have taken the murder weapon with him when he left the prison. So it's only natural we didn't find it in there, yeah?
Now it's the metal detector on the way out.
There was no way the culprit could have brought the weapon out of the prison. And this piece of evidence shows why. Have you completely forgotten your own testimony? That's twice you've insulted me.
Get used to it.
Oh, it seems you remember what I said earlier. But you do well to remember further than that. Further than 2 weeks ago. What is that?
This guy, he really doesn't remember anything?
It seems that way. The detention center and the prison are equipped with security gates. Anyone leaving must pass through these gates. Gates equipped with metal detectors. Ah, that's what you...
Looks like he remembers now.
Yes. There's no way someone could have brought the murder weapon through these gates. And so the criminal could not have taken it out of the prison either. Ah!
So then, Prosecutor Edgeworth, do you know where this murder weapon went to?
Perhaps the weapon is still inside the prison? But we couldn't find it anywhere in the prison. The reason you didn't find it is because you believed it to be a sharp metal object.
We saw the very moment when Mr. Knightley was attacked, after all. If you can say that much, then perhaps you can enlighten us. What would you say is the murder weapon in this case?
It's a dog.
From this piece of evidence, the murder weapon of this case becomes obvious. But do we have the video, though?
Yeah, we have the video.
Yeah, we have the video, but look at the... I don't think it's the video.
Well, he says from this piece of evidence, the murder weapon becomes obvious, not this is the murder weapon.
Well, look at the description of the dog for a second.
Okay, that's...
The dog by the victim's body barks at me a lot.
I mean, we could try either one, but we also have not saved in some time, so maybe we should save Scum a little bit first. If you can.
I cannot save at this... Can I? No, I can't save at this junction.
Okay.
I mean, the stakes are pretty low.
The
so...
stakes are low.
So I can save after this, though.
There,
Here,
you
it's
were right.
footage from a security camera. It shows one of the cells in the detention center. See it with your own eyes.
Yeah, that looks like a police guard getting attacked.
Yeah.
What? This can't be. This tape clearly shows the moment the victim was attacked by a black dog. I believe this is sufficient proof, wouldn't you say?
Indeed, this is vital evidence.
Horace Knightley was killed in the detention center by that dog. After that, the body was moved to the prison workroom. Our witness claims to have seen a dog in the workroom when the body was found. Of course, the dog couldn't have planned this crime on its own. However, there is someone who could have.
That's enough. Prosecutor Edgeworth,
Judge Courtney.
it's true this camera footage is vital evidence. However, there is something else you must prove. Actually, you've already noticed it, haven't you?
It's just as she says, there's still a huge flaw in my reasoning.
If that black dog is a prisoner's pet, how was it able to move between the detention center and prison?
Ah!
What will we do, Mr. Edgeworth?
I still don't know how the dog managed to move from one place to the other. I knew it.
What? You're the one to talk? You don't even know either! If you do not solve this mystery, I'm afraid I cannot accept your logic. If this was a real courtroom, I would call for a recess now.
What? Wait! I'm not finished yet.
Court has been adjourned. Leave at once.
This isn't a courtroom.
Well then, as I said, court is adjourned.
I can't prove my argument, but isn't it the same case with Mr. Keyes?
Whatever do you mean?
Just as I don't know how the dog entered the detention center, you also don't know how Simon Keyes entered the detention center in prison. Although he came to visit the victim, he was an outsider to the prison. Don't you think it would be difficult for him to commit a crime inside the prison? Judge Courtney, now the burden of proof lies with you. Show us evidence that Simon Keyes entered the prison.
I won't, because fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
You want me to present evidence? I'm happy to oblige.
What? Does she really have evidence? I really shouldn't have asked her to do this.
It's about time I told you. Now that I know the basis of your reasonings, Prosecutor Edgeworth.
What is she thinking?
It seems you don't even know Simon Key's real occupation. He's a circus performer.
A circus performer?
Yes. Have you ever heard of Very Big Circus?
Of course.
Circus. Ah! Don't say circus to me.
Saturday was a day I wouldn't have missed for the world.
Wouldn't have missed for the world. Did you have some kind of important meeting?
Oh heavens, no, I despise meetings. It wasn't the animal show, of course.
It seems you've realized. On the day of the incident, an animal show was being performed at the prison, and the show was to put on by the Very Big Circus. So then, do you mean Simon is? Simon Keyes entered the prison as a staff member of the animal show. That we know for a fact.
Oh! This woman, she's been concealing this fact the whole time. She only planned to reveal it after hearing my reasoning.
Fandom's favorite cast of characters isn't the Very Big Circus.
Come to think of it. What are you doing, Justine? Don't butt in like that.
Pardon me, Sebastian. Yes, your words on the suspect are very interesting. However, shouldn't you get to the best part first?
Mr. DeBest was going to say it then, but she stopped him. How do you like that, worthless prosecutor? You didn't do anything.
Well, now it is really time for recess. I'll end with some advice. I had already doubted your abilities as a prosecutor, which is why I relieved you of your authority. You'd best not forget that.
What are you trying to say?
The PIC can still take away your badge. If you value your badge, I advise you not to show your face before me again.
Is that a threat?
Yeah.
The goddess of law is merciful, but that does not mean you can get away with everything. And one more thing, I must digress. I suggest you stop with this defense attorney act.
That's none of your concern. I don't intend to abandon a case I'm involved in so easily.
For defense attorneys, a relationship of mutual trust with their client is vital. It is very different from the way of a prosecutor. In any case, you didn't even know about your client's occupation.
Yeah.
Well then, I must be going. May the blessings of the goddess of law be upon you.
Ray has some splaining to do here.
Yeah, right, what the fuck, my man? Did Simon lie to us?
Seems he lied to Uncle Ray, too. This complicates matters. Why'd he do that?
Dot.
Oh. Edgeworth can't lose his badge. That's not gonna happen.
Hey, Miles, don't tell me you've got cold feet already. Courtney pie is just a handful, but giving up is still uncool. A defense attorney's creed is to never give up. That's what it was. It's not what it was last time. Remember,
No, it sure wasn't.
you're my assistant.
Of course. I don't plan on giving up either. It's just... my theory that he couldn't enter the prison no longer holds. It looks like we'll have to investigate once more.
To be
TBC.
continued. Well, we hella yeah gonna save, but I think we're also gonna call it a night.
Yeah, it's a good plan.
Nice stopping point.
Nice stopping point, because the game told us so.
Everybody has had a very good discussion of animal sidekicks for murderers in the Ace Attorney series, and you should all email those to objecttothispodcast@gmail.com.
Please do, because I couldn't read them because we were playing, but
I was trying to keep up with them, but I want to include them. So
or you can send them to our Tumblr, objecttotthis.tumblr.com.
oh, we're just doing the end of the podcast.
Thanks for Prosecutor Path for the great music throughout this run. In reality,
We have
though,
ending music.
no. But in reality, thanks guys for showing up. Please do email us that stuff. We want to start talking about it on the podcast. We'll be back here next Friday. Keep on trucking. Thanks Kevin for coming. Thanks for doing all that hard work.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Them pipes.
Thanks for having me.
All right. So in the meantime, I'm Stephanie.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Kevin.
And that was Object to This. So why don't you object